Dear traders, welcome. Today is Saturday, the 2nd of December 2023. It's time for the MK Web summary. So this week I would say was a little bit more tricky compared to the previous weeks. Overall, the previous weeks were rather simple. So what I'm saying is like 70-80% of trade setups were not difficult in the last weeks. But this week maybe 50-60% were simple, while the rest was rather tricky. But let's go through it. Let's start with euro dollar. So first of all, you remember we had the beautiful moves filling the option strike targets 1 to 3 by the pip, then the pullback. Okay, that was beautiful. Amazing trade. So then what happened is, so euro dollar tested the high. We also had an MTS below the price. Okay. So that was a great trade. That was on 28th of November. So MTS below the price. We have STS along the way. The high has been cleared. And we don't have a lot of shorties in the way. So short trade towards the inner range MTS. Boom. Which gets taken on the 30th. Okay. So beautiful trade here towards the MTS. We have seen it many times. Nothing special. Also take note, we had 4 hour reversal energy. So what are we talking about here? Yes, the golden combination, okay? The golden combi. For our reversal energy plus the inner range MTS. So we see the high is cleared. Down money switch from down money shorties to down money longies as we want to see it. Shorties leaving the market, so therefore down move. Typical for our reversal, but on the 1 hour time frame, a beautiful inner range target. Okay, very strong setup. We've seen it many times, so that one was beautiful. Okay, so then on the 1st of December, we had a new signal after the MTS was filled short with a long MTS. But as you can see, the market is empty. All right, we have longies on the way, so they need to shake them off. And that's what they did with the news, okay, with the US news. So they, boom, went down quickly, cleared the low, and then did a pullback up. Now the question, why did they exactly go to this level and then do a sharp pullback up? Well, here's your answer, okay? That's why we conduct multi-time frame analysis. They went with a pin exactly to this price level where 1, 2, 3 moving averages get cleared on the day chart, okay? So the news allowed them to quickly clear these significant targets against the longies, all right? Boom. And then they snapped back up. So it makes a lot of sense, okay? Especially when we had the US news. Okay, so that's that. Pound dollar. So we had a news day, as I wrote here. So with an MTS above the price here, that was on the 1st of December. That MTS got nicely taken, okay, with the order gap zone. Beautiful trade, okay? But overall, you see on the higher time frame, some down money switch, market is like short is leaving, so on the higher time frame, rather neutral. But that was a nice long trade towards the MTS. EG was beautiful this week, okay? We have a longies in the market. Look at that, a squeeze, okay? Expanding long activity on the down money side. The down money keeps on buying, thinking, come on, the thing needs to be reversing. And of course, it doesn't happen. And what also do we have? We have moving averages below the price. So longies and moving average below the price. We know the algo is going to push EG down against the longies, okay? I mean, that's a very great trade, short, okay? That's exactly what happens. Look at that, boom. The price is pushed down by the algos. Beautiful short trade. Look at that, kaboom. On the 1st of December, going nicely down, okay, against these down money longies. A beautiful short trade. All right? And I will also next week do an update video, because that was one of the trades which allowed me to surpass on the accounts I've been tracking. I surpassed manually the bot portfolio because this one really went for it and came nicely. But I do that in other videos. Okay, Australian dollar. So first we had the shorties. It went up, cleared the moving averages. Okay. Now we have this situation here. So we have an MTS below the price, similar to euro dollar. You remember from before, and also an option strike target. Okay. So what's not great about this is, of course, that we have expanding shorties. So wait until some shorties leave the market before taking such a trade. But then it came nicely, okay. So I did a short trade there towards the option strike target, okay, and moved nicely there. All right, boom, target filled. That was a beautiful short trade there in Australia. What happened then is, so overall they retested the high. You see on the 1st of December, overall new shorties came in, so they were just retesting the high there, and at the end of the week it was neutral. Kiwi dollar similar, okay, take note, we had the moving average above the price, the shorties, so of course they wanted to clear that, that's what they did. Then they also had a short option strike target, which also got filled, kaboom. And then a bit more complex, so we had different MTS below the price, but they are far off, they're not around the corner. So they took the order gap zone with a pin and then cleared the high again as soon as some shorties came in again, okay? You see expanding shorties. And when you look at this, so quite similar to Australian dollar overall, as we often see it. Okay, dollar cut, beautiful, okay? Moving averages below longies in the market here on the 24th. So it went all the way down, okay, against the longies as expected. Then on the 29th of November, we have 1, 2, 3 beautiful option strike targets. So a nice long trade with some shorties in the mix as well. So that was one of the best trades. Okay, boom, look at that. As predicted, the algos fill those option strike targets in dollar cut. Beautiful. But then towards the end of the week, they went back down. Look at that, exactly to the upper target, then back down, clearing the low and going for the moving averages. Okay, you see how the algos really want to take out these averages, especially when the dumb money is trapped on one side. So beautiful. Okay, also another beautiful one, dollar yen. Dollar yen keeps on giving. So you remember we had these super nice OSTs last week. Then with the MTS below the price, boom, that gets taken, okay, as predicted on the 27th. So beautiful short trade, very simple, okay. Sideways market, order gap zone and MTS below the price. So also some short-term stops, some longies, no shorties in the way, so we can short towards this target, place the stop at a similar level, boom, okay. Beautiful trade, one of the best. And then kept on giving, took the lower MTS there, okay. Did a pullback up from the lower MTS. I didn't trade the pullback, but some people like to trade the post stop hunt pullbacks, which is possible if you have a bit of experience. And then guess what? An MTS up above the price, all right. But overall, so towards the end of the week, we had the US news, and they sent dollar yen down against the longies, okay. Still some nice opportunities. Pound yen on the 28th. MTS below the price. Some longies, shorties leaving. So nice short trade towards the inner range MTS. On the 29th. Okay, kaboom. On the 30th. Alright. So beautiful, beautiful trade there. Euro yen. After took the OSTs, took some MTS. You may remember that. Look at that. Beautiful on the 28th. Okay, look below the price, the MTS. And then on the 28th, boom, gets taken. Beautiful short trade, alright? The yen pairs have bringing us a lot of pips. And then guess what? Long option strike targets. Boom. Long trade there. Okay. Beautiful. Exactly to the targets. And overall, at the end of the week, it was neutral and just when the market was completely empty, boom, they went down with the US news, okay? But that's not tradable, allow me to say that. So from my perspective, it's not a tradable move really, okay? Because the market is just empty and they're going for the low there. But of course, those long trades here, very tradable. So beautiful. Euro Aussie, so you remember last week with the MTS above the price, but also look at that, very important, okay? I didn't trade that because I traded EG short, but look, long is in the market, and the algos are also pushing towards the 200-day moving average on day chart. Okay, in pound Aussie, they also took the MTS. And you see, you know, the game is the same across the pairs, all right? Bitcoin, so we had a little bit of shorties last week, so it went up and tested the upper side of the consolidation, but the shorties left, longies came in, they continued the consolidation, then in the end they tested the high again. All right, so the long-term play is coming there. Gold, yeah, that was a tricky one basically. So okay, I mean, we have an open option strike target, so we know that eventually it will get filled, but we have shorties on the way, okay, as I wrote, also some shorties, an expanding squeeze, so it's not optimal. All right, but next week we have a chance of it getting filled. So went sideways, slowly came, but then new shorties came in, so the algos went up and pushed and took the STS instead. All right, so I did a small short trade there, but got stopped out after this STS run, and shorties came in, which is fine. You know, you can't win them all. So only if there's a dumb money switch next week, I will try to trade again short towards the OST. Silver, not interesting. I didn't do a trade there. Very neutral. Also just went up against those dumb money shorties. Okay, but see, gold was a little bit tricky there. But overall, yeah. I mean, you see also some beautiful trade. The euro dollar short trade with the MTS, beautiful trade. Okay. EG short, beautiful trade there against the dumb money long is not difficult. Australian dollar, beautiful. Okay, with the OSTs, Euro-yen OSTs. Okay, so you see again we had a handful of beautiful option strike targets. If you're selective and get your timing kind of right, you know, you will have a profitable week. Just limiting yourself to very good setups where the golden combi also. So dollar cuts, the OSTs were beautiful. Okay, no surprises there. So yeah, I mean, still a profitable week. Of course, maybe a little bit trickier compared to the 2-3 weeks we had before, which were really easy, I would say. Dollar yen here, the short MTS trade, also beautiful. You see how repetitive the setups are. It's always about the targets. Okay, you can see how the algos try to take all the targets, the MTS, the STS, and the order gap zones, the OSTs, subject to the dumb money flow. Okay, the dumb money goes on one side, they go after the dumb money and they take the targets. They do the prioritization as we know it. Okay, and when you study the market causality, it's not difficult to figure out what the smart money prioritizes. Okay, so again, look, we have like 8-9 super nice trade setups. Okay, all of them came. The only one which was a little bit tricky this week, however, was gold. But again, we knew that. Okay, if short is on the way and this target is far away, they will not just take it. All right. So I'm sure that for most of you, the week was another good week actually overall. Okay, I hope you liked it. I wish you a great weekend, a great trading week. Lots of love.